Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. I'm a little bit tired today, so I might sound a bit a downer. You know, just been tired, man. Tired. Okay, so what you're looking at, it's a TCL 55-inch P605 model of a TV. And the whole purpose of this video is going to be for me to show you this thing right here. This is a DualShock controller, and here, so you guys can see a little bit better. It's a DualShock controller, and one cool thing about DualShock controller is you can use it as a racing wheel, and it really works well because you have right here on the left trigger you have the brakes, and right here on the right trigger you have the gas pedal, and then you can race it like that. You can also change the shifters. You can use the shifters here and customize them if you want to, but it works really well. So I'm just going to show you how responsive this is on Gran Turismo. It does look beautiful in TCL. One thing that I notice on TCL, one benefit that I honestly notice on TCL, it's obviously the full array of local dimming. That's the one thing that it's the reason why you buy this TV. It's for three reasons: full array of local dimming, Roku TV, and Dolby Vision. Those three things, absolutely. So let's go do just a random race. I'm gonna go ahead and do a random race. I absolutely love this game, guys, and I understand if you guys don't like it, but please keep in mind that it's not a full-fledged Gran Turismo 7 game. It's a Gran Turismo Sport, and it only focuses on Gran Turismo Sport type of racing. It had some dirt rally here and there, you know, but it's mainly sport drifting, stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and click arcade. We'll do a We'll do a custom race. Now this is my Mustang that I customized. It says PlayStation on it. So click my menu. Let me click to garage. There's a garage right there. Okay, let's go to the top screen right here. So let's go to the arcade. Let's click on a custom race. The VR is not available yet. I guess we're gonna have to wait till full version when it comes out. Let's do a custom race. Let's do the Speedway. Let's do the Northern Isles Speedway. That looks interesting. And let's do it in the afternoon. Let's do it in the afternoon, and let's choose a car. Let's see what type of car. These are garage cars. That's mine. Let me go with Alfa Romeo. I never tried Alfa Romeo. Let me try Alfa Romeo. Let's do that. We'll go with the red color. And I'm going to use my controller right here to show you how it looks. So we're waiting for this thing to load. It has this cool little display while you're waiting for it to load. it's kind of cool. The loading time is not that long. It's about roughly 25 seconds or 28, you know, but no more than 28 or 30. Okay, so here I'm gonna use my controller. Let me turn the lights on so you guys can see a little bit better. I mean, graphically it looks really good. HDR, it's on, and obviously when you are playing this on a really good television, it will look even better. But the whole purpose of this video, it's not going to be for me to do a calibration on Gran Turismo. I will do that later on separately. As you all know, I'll be busy on Friday doing a live stream for Evil Within 2 for Friday the 13th. But the whole point here is going to be for you guys to check and see how it looks when you are using a motion controller DualShock instead of a racing wheel. I prefer a racing wheel, but DualShock controller works as well with the motion sensor. They use this on Drive Club, as far as I know. Drive Club VR, they use this method. All right, so let's do this. And I just want you guys to pay attention just how smooth this is. You see how smooth it is? Like how smoothly I'm able to do this, and how accurate it is when you're moving it, just like in real life. And as I mentioned on my previous video, where I said how Gran Turismo has the wideness of the tracks. The tracks look more wider and more natural, you know. But the key thing that anyone will appreciate on this game, it's going to be the controller. The controllers are really smooth, and you can customize this. You see, right now I'm just using the default settings on a controller, but you can customize it any which way you like. You can adjust the pressure, you can adjust brake pressure, how much sensitivity would you like on the gas pedal, how much sensitivity would you like on a brake pedal, and how much sensitivity would you like on the controller. And I'm talking about, obviously, motion sensor. How much motion sensor levels would you like to adjust? And that's pretty cool. And you guys have to remember, even though I'm tired, but you guys have to remember, this is coming from a guy who tried all 3 games. I tried Forza, I tried Project Cars 2, and I tried this. And I can tell you that when it comes to controllers, Gran Turismo has the best controls. And it's not just me saying this, a lot of people are saying this, and I think that's the most important. That's the most important thing on a game, on a racing simulation game, is for you to have a really good controls. And that's the key thing. If you don't have good controls on a racing simulation, then it defeats the purpose of being called racing simulation now, doesn't it? But of course, the experience will be much better if you have a racing chair. If you have a good racing wheel, I recommend that you guys go ahead with a Thrustmaster T150. That's a pretty good racing wheel. If you can, afford it. I know it's $200, but still, I think it's worth it. And I mean, I could play like this, honestly. I have no issues playing it like this. You know, this doesn't bother me. I could easily play it like this, with a motion controller like this. I mean, really, it wouldn't bother me one bit. Okay, there's a final lap, obviously. My position here is not that good. That's because I'm tired, you know. I'm not focusing too much. Obviously, if I was focused much better, you know, if I wasn't tired, I would be able to do much better here. We'll do one more track. I'll show you like a little bit more. I have a new follower, Psycho Hazard 678, and 9 other players. Thank you guys for joining in. You know, I wish that I have time to acknowledge every single one of you, but you guys have to remember, you know, I do when I have a chance. You know, working 2 jobs. You know, I'm tired. You know, it takes a while for me to go through everybody. You know. But even though I'm tired, I'm still able to deliver at least one video for you guys. So I'm gonna do another track really quick. Here you can see HDR here truly doing its magic, and the benefit of having full array local dimming. You know, a lot of people ask me this question. You know, since I have this TV and Samsung KS8000, I always tell people, look, Samsung KS8000 has that peak brightness, which is important for HDR, of course, and it also has that excellent wide color gamut, which helps HDR. But what it doesn't have that full array local dimming. It has the edge lit, and that edge lit, it's just not that good, because all 3 elements are important. As much as peak brightness, it's important, so it's the deep dark levels, and then the color. You gotta have those 3 elements in order for HDR to truly shine. And here, the one biggest beneficiary here, it's the deep dark levels, full array local dimming. And I'm really on the fence. I'm waiting to see what TCLX is going to do with nanocrystal quantum dot technology. I'm really stoked about that. I really want to see how's that going to look, you know. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's try some more custom races. And I want to say something else too. Thank you, Sony. First of all, I'm not sponsored by Sony, but thank you for listening, and thank you for giving me and everyone else opportunity to check out this game. And I like it. I really do. It's really good. I've always been a fan of Gran Turismo, but I really like the controls. It's just me, guys. You know, maybe it's just me, but the controls feel more accurate here on Gran Turismo. At least to me. They feel more natural. Okay, let's do Seaside. That's one of my favorites. Let's do it during the evening, or maybe during the sunset. It's better. And then I'll choose. Let me see, BMW. We'll go with a BMW. Why not? M4 Coupe 2014. Also, please keep in mind, there will be, in a full version, you'll be getting a hell of a lot more cars and more tracks and more dynamic weathers. You know, it's gonna be hot, humid, cold, foggy. You know, all of these elements will be implemented into a full version when it becomes available on Tuesday, the October 17th. Alright, so let's do this race really quick. Let's go race. But if you have a really good racing chair, a racing chair is really important to support your back, your neck, and if you have a good racing wheel as well, and then you put this, a beautiful OLED monitor or something, or even this TCL television, then you're truly going to be immersed into a racing experience. And then of course, if you have PlayStation VR, you put that VR headset on and you're truly going to be immersed. Alright, so here we go. And right away you see the beauty of HDR here. Okay, and just look how responsive that is. Just look at my controller and just look how responsive that is. Now I went a little bit too fast, too far, but look, that's very responsive. And it looks it runs really smooth. It feels, I mean, if it feels this good using a motion controller, I can't even imagine how responsive it feels using a Thrustmaster T150 racing wheel. It's probably, as the word I like to use, bananas and coconuts. Also, let's talk about the HDR. Look, Forza Horizon has a wonderful HDR. Forza 7 has a wonderful HDR. But Gran Turismo Sport truly brings that volumetric light and the exposure naturally as it should be. It feels more realistic, is what I'm trying to say. And it's probably because they spend a lot of time on HDR. And they did. You know what I mean? They truly did spend a lot of time on the HDR. And if I show you right here to the advanced settings, hold on, you will see that the exposure of the light from the sun, it's more realistic here, and that's because they spend a lot of time rendering the HDR with checkerboard. And checkerboard, I'm pretty sure many of you know, means 3D rendering. I like to keep it usually on the 0. Right here on the dead zone, on 0 in the middle. Okay, so let's continue. So, in closing, I would say, if you want a really to take advantage of your racing wheel, and if you have a really good rig, if you have like a really good racing chair, racing rig, racing wheel with all of its accolades, you definitely will benefit from this game. It's definitely, controllers are really accurate, really smoothly. You can feel the wheel, the alignments, the underneath the chassis. You can feel all of that stuff. The pressure on the brakes, the shocks being active. So it's definitely worth it. But one thing above all, like I said, is the controls. And that's what I find very interesting in this game. It's that the controls are really smooth, and you will not be disappointed. I guarantee you guys, you will not be disappointed on just how accurate the controls are. Now, when I talk about accuracy, I'm talking about how responsive they are. And to a racing simulation, responsive wheel, responsive controller, and the brakes, and the gas, and the shifters, that's the key thing here. And you have to remember, these are enthusiasts. that love cars, love racing. They spend a lot of time trying to pinpoint the accuracy here. And Gran Turismo has always been known for that pinpointing of accuracy, and they definitely are doing it here, you know, in this game. So this is my last lap, and the video probably will end here pretty soon. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Sorry for being tired. It's just I need to get some sleep, man. I'm beat, bro. I need to go to sleep and sleep for a month and have a nice jolly dream with like 10 supermodels or something on a yacht. You know what I'm saying? Alright, guys, have a good one, though. This is Mr. 4K Upscaler. I'm gonna see you tomorrow with some more videos, and then Friday will be Friday the 13th, Evil Within 2 live stream. Don't forget, mark your calendars. If you're afraid to go outside on the Friday the 13th, stay in home and watch the Evil Within 2 live stream. It should be in the afternoon. Alright, guys, thank you for watching.